Arena on the campus of the University of Maine, the site of this afternoon's final game in the Weber Energy Fuels Exxon America East Championship. Today's matchup features the top-seeded Vermont Catamounts against the University of Maine Black Bears. Hello, everybody. I'm News Center's Lee Goldberg. So glad you could join us for what we are expecting will be a wonderful game. I am joined, as always, by former Maine All-American Rachel Bouchard. Rachel, this is it. One game to go. The winner goes to the big dance.
That's what this is all about. Basketball, NCAA tournament time. It comes down to this one game. The winner gets to move on, reaches their goal for the year, the NCAA tournament. The losers have to go home and think about next year.
The Catamounts are just loaded with talent. They have been to Alphonse already this year and beaten Maine on this floor. They've got a lot of confidence, and they will be tough to beat.
They have so many dangerous weapons, and you have to begin with Carolyn Church. Church was named the America East Player of the Year, beating out Maine's Cindy Blodgett, so she can play. Last night against Towson University, she poured in 18 points and had 10 rebounds, so Maine is going to have their hands full with her today.
And also for Vermont, Laurie Taylor is tough, as is Carrie Curvin, so the Black Bears will have to watch out for both of those weapons. For Maine, Jamie Cassidy really needs to show up today and give a great effort from start to finish.
Jamie Cassidy, she has such power and such strength inside. At 6'4", only a sophomore, she tends to get into some foul trouble. And we saw Thursday night, she picked up 4 quick fouls. She spent a lot of time on the bench, only scored 5 points. She really rebounded last night. You know, she had 16 points, 10 rebounds. She is going to need to show up to play because it's going to be a big matchup between her and Carolyn Church inside.
She will definitely have her hands full, and we cannot forget Cindy Blodgett and Sandy Carver, the two seniors for Maine. This will be their final home game at Alphonse Arena for their illustrious careers. It will certainly be an emotional afternoon at Alphonse Arena. It is the final game of the Weber Energy Fuels Exxon America East Championship. The Vermont Catamounts and the University of Maine Black Bears. We will be back with your starting lineups right after this.
The 1998 Weber Energy Fuels Exxon America East Championship on WLBZ-TV is brought to you by the Morrison family of dealerships. 2 great dealers with 1 great deal for you. Oakhurst Dairy, with your help restoring the natural goodness of Maine's trees. Central Maine Power, the smart power people. Bangor Daily News, get it, read it, know what's going on. And by Granville Lumber. Visit our expanded facility, Granville Lumber, Ace Hardware, and Grand Rental on Route 1A East Holden.
Snack while you surf. The Brunette Cafe on Stillwater Avenue in Bangor is now the largest beer brew supplier in the area. And we've got connections. Internet connections, that is. Word processing, games, scanning, or copying. Have a cappuccino and a bagel and surf the net. Take a break from shopping or stop by for a light lunch. The Brunette Cafe, next to the Natural Living Center in Bangor. Everything necessary for the homebrew enthusiast and the computer guru. From here, you can go anywhere.
The fans are clapping here at Alphonse Arena, and for the starting lineups of the championship game, the public address announcer, Mr. Ray Cota.
And now let's meet today's starting lineups. For Maine, a 6'1" junior forward from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, number 10, Clara Danes. For Vermont, a 6' senior forward from Cornwall, Ontario, Canada, number 12, Shannon Burke. For Maine, a 5'9" senior forward from Beals, Maine, number 22, Sandy Carver. For Vermont, a 6' senior forward from Dundee, New York, number 22, Kate Roman. For Maine, a 6' 4" sophomore center from Methuen, Mass, number 24, Jamie Cassidy. And for Vermont, a 6' sophomore center from Guelph, Ontario, Canada, number 20, Carolyn Church. For Maine, a 5' 7" sophomore guard from Augusta, Maine, number 20, Amy Vachon. And for Vermont, a 5' 9" senior guard from Clifton Park, New York, number 32, Carrie Curvan. And for Maine, a 5'9" senior guard from Clinton, Maine, number 14, Cindy Blodgett. And for Vermont, a 5'9" senior guard from Markham, Ontario, Canada, number 15, Lori Taylor. The Black Bears are coached by Joanne Palumbo McCauley, and the Catamounts are coached by Keith Saplicki.
See today's officials: Joanne Aldrich, Dennis DeMaio, and John Morningstar. The teams have been introduced. I think it's safe to say the fans are fired up.
Fired up? I'm a little fired up.
Series history in this one, and it has been a storied one. Maine leads at 34-14. There have been some wonderful games between the two teams. You see, the last meeting, it was here at Alfond Arena. Vermont beat Maine 73-68, and the teams did split the season series. Maine won the game that was at Vermont. The starters for both teams: Taylor, Curvin, Cronin, Burke, and Carolyn Church. Keep an eye on her. Cindy Blodgett, Amy Vachon, Sandy Carver, Clara Danes, and Jamie Cassidy for Maine.
It's going to be interesting to see what effect this crowd has. Vermont, during their home games, they have very large crowds as well because of their success and their tradition. So it'll be interesting to see what this crowd does for them.
The Black Bears are wearing their blue road uniforms. Vermont, their white home uniforms, because they are the higher seed. The teams have also swapped benches. Maine is to our left and Vermont to our right. So the Black Bears, a little opposite here at Alfond, but we'll see if it pays off for them. Quickly, Carver goes baseline and puts Maine on the board.
Great start for Maine, having the seniors come out and hit their first shot. Great shot by Carver.
Defensive pressure will be the key for Maine today. Will they have enough of it to slow down the Catamounts? Cross court, Taylor will take the three. Back of the rim, no good. Knocked away. Curvin comes away with it, and now back to Taylor.
See Vermont working against that 2-3 matchup zone that time. Great defense that time by Vachon, cutting off the baseline.
Taylor thought about the three, instead went inside to Church, who's got Danes and Blodgett on her, and there will be a foul. Vermont doing what they want to do, get the ball into Carolyn Church, but Amy Vachon got a piece of her and will pick up her first foul.
Take another look at that. Some great hands that time by Church just to catch that pass. Decides to go baseline and just got a little piece of the arm there. That's one thing that Maine does not want to do, is continually foul Carolyn Church down underneath. She's going to make them pay.
Church makes over 60% of her field goals on the season. That is amazing. As you see, she's 6th in the country in points per game at 24.2. We've got a lane violation, so only one of the free throws will count, and Maine will hang on to a 2-1 lead. There is Keith Saplicki, first-year head coach at Vermont, led his team to the regular season title. Cassidy down low, posts up, and they're going to call the offensive foul on Cassidy. Church took the charge and went down.
Big play that time. That's going to plant an early seed in Cassidy's head that, boy, I'm not going to be able to go to the basket in this game.
And the Maine needs Cassidy to be aggressive. Church with Blodgett on her, spins and hits. What a great move by Carolyn Church, a 6-foot sophomore, player of the year against last year's player of the year, and Church won that battle.
What a tough move. That time she felt Blodgett coming, did that little spin move back into the middle.
Maine goes right back to Cassidy, and this time she hits.
That's what Maine has to do. That matchup, that man-to-man matchup, is Cassidy inside against Church. Boy, push it into Cassidy and try to get some foul problems there on Vermont.
Kate Cronin went on the other side for the reverse layup and gives Vermont the lead, 5-4. Carver now up top to Cassidy, bringing Church with her. Now to Vachon. Over to Carver, shot clock at 10. Vermont doing a nice job denying players the ball, and Amy Vachon had a little stutter step there and is called for the turnover.
Very, very tough man-to-man defense right now being played by Vermont.
pointers yesterday, breaking Cindy Blodgett's tournament record of 6. In fact, Taylor was 7 for 7. She didn't miss. Church does miss there. Rebound, Carver. Blodgett hasn't shot yet. Shake and bake on Taylor. Stop and go. Spin. Will force up the shot. Way off to the left. Rebound by Cronin.
Super defense that time by Taylor. Stuck right with her, and Blodgett spun back into the middle. Taylor jumped, had a hand in her face, made it difficult for Blodgett to shoot that shot.
Three-pointer is in by Shannon Burke. Vermont out to a quick 4-point lead, 8-4. And the Catamount faithful cheering loudly. Vachon looking for Cassidy, but she was double-teamed. Now she gets it, still with 2 people on her, gets it up, and the foul. This is exactly what the Black Bears did last night. Get the ball to Cassidy, and so far it's working today.
You need to let Cassidy go to work inside. That time, Church went for the steal. Good help side by Vermont, but the girl just did not get there quick enough. And Cronin needs to get there a little bit quicker because Cassidy, once she goes to the basket, she's going to be tough to stop.
Cassidy made all of her free throws last night, and she makes her first today. And it's an 8-7 game. Vermont's lead is 1. Laurie Taylor will take the 3 and hit. When she is hot, folks, she is hot. She had 25 yesterday. That was a season high. She had 19 the night before that. She is deadly from three-point range. Amy Vachon with the one-handed runner on the baseline. Answers at the other end, 11-9, Vermont by 2.
Vermont does such a good job coming over to help. We've seen Sandy Carver do it. We've seen Amy Vachon drive and pull up and take that little short jumper. It's been very effective so far for Maine.
Maine will have to keep pressure on Taylor on the outside and Church on the inside. It's not an easy thing to do, but Maine's going to have to do it because Vermont can bring it from a lot of angles. Vachon to Cassidy for 3. Can't get the roll. Church another rebound, and she'll bring it up.
Boy, both teams really looking to push the ball up, and you know, I don't know whose advantage that is for. It's going to really depend on who gets back in transition.
Church had the much smaller Sandy Carver guarding her, went up. Carver called for the foul. Good move by Church to realize she had the mismatch.
Carolyn Church, so strong. She posts up so well inside, and she's got great body control. And that time, all Carver could do was pretty much stick her hands in the air and try to at least force the shot off a little bit. But Carolyn Church, when you've got a player of her caliber inside, you're going to need more than just to change her shot. You're going to need to put a body on her and bump her around a little bit inside.
She makes the first free throw to make it 12-9. And the second to make it 13-9. So as expected, we're going back and forth at Alphon. Right now, Vermont has a 4-point lead. We'll be back right after this.
Buy a new vehicle for only $100 over invoice during the winter clearance sale at Morrison Chevy Olds in Ellsworth and Lincoln Chevy Olds in Lincoln. And with factory rebates, you'll pay less for your new vehicle than we did. Now that's a deal. For example, you'll save almost $4,200 on a Chevy 4x4 extended cab. Save a whopping $3,100 on a 4-door Chevy Blazer. Drive away an Olds 88 LS with $3,400 in savings. Don't miss the $100 over invoice sale at Morrison Chevy Olds and Lincoln Chevy Olds. 2 great dealers with 1 great deal for you.
I miss having the power out, Mom.
Not me.
Mr. Bennett.
Hi, Danny.
Look at those trees, snapped clean in 2.
That's why we've established Oakhurst Tree Relief. For every gallon or half-gallon of Oakhurst milk you buy through May, we'll give 3 cents to help towns repair and replace trees lost to the ice storm.
One more, Mom?
Okay, Danny.
Help us raise $100,000 for Oakhurst Tree Relief and help restore the natural goodness of Maine.
I have been baking since I was 11 years old. 30 minutes. I just bake them for everybody. We both use a lot of power. My oven, microwave, I like my electric.
It wasn't a difficult decision to make for us because we felt that it was the best for us to have the plan.
Bill handles all the details.
Laura quite often makes the decision on where we spend the money.
We've been married 40 happy years.
It levels off your payment on a monthly basis. Yes, it seems to work quite well.
We are back at Alfond Arena. Vermont leads it by 4. Lori Taylor with 3.
Maine cannot afford to give Lori Taylor those open three-point shots because she is going to bury them. She's a senior. She's played in a lot of big games for Vermont, and big games do not face her. As we said before, big players step up in big games, and Lori Taylor is a big player for Vermont.
There you see the stats so far. Taylor makes 35% of her three-point shots. She will shoot, shoot, and shoot. Blodgett gets a screen, now goes baseline on Taylor, puts it up, no good, gets her own rebound. Blodgett again no good, another rebound. She'll spin and miss again. Now Carver, and she traveled.
The officials in the house didn't like that call.
Blodgett had 3 good chances down low. There were people there, but shots that Cindy usually makes, couldn't get any of them to fall that time. 13-9. Three-pointer is no good, rebounded by Vachon. Now Blodgett, it's 1-on-4. She'll stop for 3. You know, she was too close before. That was the problem. You got to move her out about 20 feet and then let her shoot. And there, that's where she's best. 13-12, Vermont by 1. Church will drive again and hit. Wow. Carolyn Church is coming as advertised. She is the real deal, folks. A sophomore for Vermont, and they've got a winner there. Cassidy down low. She'll go to her left as she loves to do. Jamie Cassidy adds 2 to her total. She's got 7. Vermont up by 1. 15-14. Travel going to be called on Shannon Burke. She had the ball in position. You thought she was going to shoot, but she kicked it out, took the extra step, and she heads to the bench.
Good job by Blodgett that time. Got a hand in there and distracted her, and like you said, looked like she was going to turn, but had no other option but to kick it back out and travel.
Maine can take the lead with a basket here.
See Carver running the baseline.
And she gets it from Vachon. Now to Blodgett, and she'll take the long 3 and hit. That's 2. Maine up by 2, 17-15. Blodgett and Church exchanging blows, and the Alfond fans in a frenzy. Church at the other end.
Unbelievable.
If you're not sure who the 2 best players in the conference are, folks, pay attention. You're seeing them today. Vachon for 3. Comes up short on the floor for the rebound is Blodgett. She'll spin on Taylor. No good. Church, another rebound. Quickly ahead, the Catamounts push it, and an easy 2 points from Melissa Dodge underneath.
Poor transition that time for Maine. Just got beat down the floor, and good little hip fake up for that shot for Vermont.
Vermont now back in front, 19-17. The pass too high from Carver to Cassidy. Turnover Maine. Taylor back the other way now. Dodge gets it over to Curvin. Now Dodge in and out, rebounded. 19-17, Vachon down to Blodgett, back up to Amy. She'll take the 3.
Ball movement. That's going to be important for Maine today. We were talking about the inside out, but you also need to have quick ball movement, get those defensive players moving, and that time, great pass from Blodgett over to Vachon.
Fans on their feet. Trying to fire this Maine team up. 20-19. Black Bears now in front by 1. Church guarded by Tinklova. Spins. In and out. Tinklova can't get it. Church does, and she won't miss twice.
Maine cannot give her 2 shots at the basket. They have got to put a body on her, box her out.
Blodgett tried the crossover, but Taylor got a nice job putting a hand in to stop it. Now Blodgett will go baseline. She's got space and hits. Sydney Blodgett flashes a smile to Coach Palumbo, saying, "Don't worry, Coach. I'll carry us for a little bit."
and Blodgett goes to the basket. They're going to need to step up, help her out.
Back and forth we go. Vermont by 2, and we've got a great one at Alphon, folks.
I've worked at the newspaper for 12 years, ever since I got out of college. Every day you just never know what to expect, and that's one of the things that I like about my job. You could have something like an ice storm happen. I really have to read the paper every day. I mean, there's something for everybody in our paper, I think. Advertising that you can read to plan your shopping for the week. The newspaper really helps me find out about community news. My favorite part of the newspaper is probably the people box, because I like gossip and I like knowing what's going on.
It's a grand new look at Granville. Granville Lumber, Ace Hardware, and Grand Rental, all under one roof. Our grand service will help you with your project. Our grand savings will help you with your budget. Candlelight Cabinetry combines beauty and practicality with superior quality. Each cabinet is sanded, rubbed, and finished by hand, giving every Candlelight kitchen a custom feel and look. Come in and feel the warm glow of Candlelight Cabinetry at Granville Lumber. Get grand service, grand quality, and grand savings at Granville Lumber, Bar Harbor Road, East Holt.
The two gunslingers are going at it this afternoon. Carolyn Church and Cindy Blodgett.
Boy, they both come as advertised. That time, Church, you cannot give her 2 shots. She went up for the first one. Good players always seem to be around the ball. Blodgett going baseline, using that basket as a defensive player, coming up on the reverse side. Vermont is going to have to help out Lori Taylor defensively, because right now she is struggling to keep up with Blodgett.
There you see, Church has 11, Blodgett has 8. Manual inbound. Blodgett has to call a 20-second timeout. She had nobody to pass it to.
Great defense that time out of bounds, and I think Vermont is a little bit fired up now. They're just playing so well right now, and Maine actually looks much better than they have the last 2 games, but you can tell that they still are on the edge, and when Maine is on the edge is when they can be the most dangerous.
Maine generally does play to the level of its opponent, and Vermont is a good opponent, and Maine is playing well. Tinklova was falling down, had to get rid of it, and gave it away. Cronin is fouled by Blodgett, or so they say.
Also 14, Cindy Blodgett, her first team's 4.
I'm not sure the fans would agree with any call ever against Cindy Blodgett.
Oh, I don't think so. And Cindy trying to get the travel call there, but in a game like this, everybody wants to be the official.
We've got bodies everywhere, and the foul is going to be called against Vermont. It's going on Carolyn Church, who got tangled up with Tinklova. Carolyn just smiles and runs the other way. I had a chance to meet Carolyn Church at the America East Banquet earlier in the week, and what a great kid she is. Just a great head on her shoulders. She won the award for Player of the Year, got up and gave a speech, and at the end, as she was walking away, said, "Oh, I forgot. Hold on a second. Good luck to everybody and have a good time." Just a wonderful kid with a great head on her shoulders and obviously a great basketball career ahead of her. Vashon will take the 3. Maine will be very tough to stop if Vashon and Blodgett and Cassidy are running on all cylinders, and so far they are. Maine back in front now by 1. Dodge down low, in and out, doesn't go. She gets her own rebound, the basket, and the foul. Melissa Dodge puts Vermont back in front.
Maine not doing very well on the defensive boards right now. They're giving Vermont second chance. She goes up, no one puts a body on her. Goes right back up. Vermont, their players inside, if you give them 2 shots, they're going to put it in.
And we talked about Maine's defense having to come up big. Right now, the Catamounts are shooting 62% from the floor so far in this game. Not exactly stifling defense, but it's tough to stop all Vermont's weapons. Taylor has switched over to Vachon, who gets it over to McCormick. She'll go baseline. Kristen McCormick's reverse shot is no good, and Cassidy's there. She can't get the putback to go. Nice job by Cassidy, but she couldn't finish. At the other end, it's Taylor. Up top to Cronin, now on the side to Curvin. Cross court again to Cronin, who will take the three. The Catamounts are hot. Kate Cronin buries the three-pointer. Vermont is shooting 67% from three-point land. Vachon out to Blodgett for three. Front rims it. Vachon gets it back. Blodgett thought about it again and took it back. Now Cassidy down low on Dodge. She'll go to the line.
Good move that time by Cassidy. We talked about it before. She is so strong inside when she goes to the basket. You're going to see she gets great position inside, catches the ball, goes right to the basket. Does a good job ducking in, saying, hey, the only way you're going to stop me is to foul me. And Jamie Cassidy needs to see a lot of touches tonight.
Cassidy continues her free throw marksmanship and nails the first one. Amy Vachon checks out. Sandy Carver is back in. 8 points, 1 rebound for Cassidy. Make it 9 and make it a 2-point Vermont lead at 29-27. 9:26 and counting to play in the first half. This place has a championship atmosphere, and we're getting a championship game. Taylor for three, falling away. She doesn't get it to go. Nice positioning by McCormick for the rebound. Blodgett brings the troops up the floor. Goes around Taylor in the lane and hits. Laurie Taylor is not staying with Cindy Blodgett very well. And that's not a knock on Taylor because it's not easy to do. Ask Tisha Tinsley last night, who was exhausted after staying with Blodgett the whole game.
You know, Vermont's going man to try to stop Blodgett from the penetration. What are you going to do? You're going to go to zone and then try to stop the outside shooting? Vermont actually matches up very well with Maine. They actually may have to make that move to a zone, but you know, against the zone, you're going to let Blodgett and Vachon and McCormick just kind of tee up outside. That's a tough call.
Karina Zorno was fouled by Cassidy, who has 2 fouls. Clara Danes is at the bench ready to check in. We'll see if it's for Jamie. And it is. Coach Palumbo not going to take a chance with her super sophomore getting in any serious foul trouble, so she'll sit with 2, and Danes will come back in. Zorno made the first free throw. Misses the second, but Church is there for the rebound. Out to Taylor for 3. Shoot. She has made a college career from the three-point line, and she is displaying it for the Alphon. 33-29. Vermont by 4, and it was the rebound off the missed free throw that gave the Catamounts the chance. Blodgett's in traffic, and she is called for the offensive foul. Player control violation on Blodgett, and Zorno, I believe, is the one who's shaken up. And it is Karina Zorno, a 6'1" junior, who took the brunt of the Blodgett blow.
You're going to see Blodgett kind of weaving in and out of players here. Good job by Zorno. Just was standing there, and looks like she may have caught Blodgett's shoulder right in her midsection, and that can take your breath away.
Cindy Blodgett now on the bench. She, too, with a couple of quick fouls. She has 2. So Blodgett and Cassidy on the bench. Will Maine be able to withstand the Vermont attack without its 2 leaders? We'll find out shortly. Zorno down low over Tinklova. Doesn't get the roll, but Carver, nice effort for the rebound. 3-point field goal percentage. Both teams shooting often and both teams connecting well. McCormick over to Vachon. Danes is trying to get free. Zorno's got a hold of her jersey. Now lets it go. Over the other side we go. Carver. Shot clock inside 10. Carver tried to force it down to Danes. Now out to Vachon. The shot clock's at 3. Carver will take it. The senior wants to go out in style, and Sandy Carver pulls Maine to within 1. officials point that one out. It got very loud quickly. The referee must say, what's going on here? What are they yelling about? Well, they were yelling about the foul. Maine has the ball and a chance to take the lead when we come back. It's Vermont 33, Black Bears 32 in the championship game.
Safety is the most important part of this business. Bickford is the area's leader in collision repair. We're working hard to stay #1. We're not interested in getting your money. We want to gain your trust. At Bickford, we update our equipment and train our people with changing technology to provide the best service possible. Some shops make big promises about deductibles. They're cutting corners. Don't cut corners with your family's safety. Bickford Auto Body. We won't say we'll do the job for less. We will say we'll do the job the best. That's the Bickford difference.
If there were a seafood meal waiting for you, with all of your favorites to choose from, where do you think you'd be? The Coach House Restaurant in Brewer. Incredible home cooking with something for every taste. We have the heartiest portions, all the side dishes, and it is the freshest seafood around. The great family atmosphere is just right for any occasion. Home cooking at the Coach House Restaurant on Wilson Street in Brewer.
When you take on a building project that calls for special services, there are some special people at Hammond Lumber Company who are ready to help. So when you need special services, talk with some special people. The people at Hammond Lumber.
Vermont with a 1-point lead, 33-32. If you're just joining us, you've missed a whale of a game. But don't worry, there's more to come, I would imagine. Carolyn Church, you're looking at her, the sophomore. She has 11 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Sydney Blodgett on the bench, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, but 2 fouls, and that's why she's sitting, as is Jamie Cassidy with 2 fouls. Vashon behind the back in traffic, and they're going to hit her for the travel. She lost control of the ball and is called for steps. Turnover, Maine. Black Bears have committed 7 turnovers, Vermont 5. So Vermont with a 1-point lead. Church in the corner to Taylor behind the back. Now inside to Church. Tinklova, nice defense to knock it away.
Double team that time by Maine, dropping down inside on Church.
Carver from the baseline comes up short, rebound by Cronin. Shannon Burke outside to Cronin, now Taylor. Back into Burke, great position. Tinklova got back. She was beaten, but she recovered. Vashon thought about driving on Taylor. Nice defense, makes her bring it back up. Carver up top to McCormick for 3. Kristen McCormick is at Maine because she can shoot. And she gave Maine a 2-point lead, 35-33. The bench on its feet, the fans on its feet. And Vermont answers. Carrie Curvin hits for 3. 35-35. Her foot was on the line. They're ruling it a 2. Left jab Maine, right jab Vermont. Tinklova, too strong. Carver is there, and she is having a wonderful game.
Carver already with 4 rebounds in this first half.
She told us in the pregame to play 40 minutes of basketball at high intensity, and I believe that's the only way that Sandy Carver knows how to play. McCormick's pass to Danes goes away. Tinklova saves it, and Carver connects. Martina Tinklova is everywhere.
Great hustle that time by Tinklova. Diving on the ball, getting control of it, and getting it up to Carver. Sheer determination.
37 Maine, 35 Vermont. passer. Trolling inside. And Church will get fouled on the rebound of Shannon Burke's miss. So Carolyn Church will go to the line.
How is this for up and down action?
I'd say it's hard to not get excited over here as you see Sandy Carver getting her contact lens replaced. It is easy to get caught up in the flow of this game. Both sides, both teams really just giving a quality effort.
The hustle this time by Tink Clover. Looked up, making sure, hey, let me pass it to the right person, and Carver was there wide open. Great court awareness that time by Martina Tinklova.
Kizzy Lopez is in the game as they try and get Sandy Carver's contact taken care of. Church hits the free throw. And there is the Vermont contingency. Sydney Blodgett comes back in. Now remember, she's playing with 2 fouls. She'll have to be careful on defense and offense since she has an offensive foul. Church hits the second. And we're tied, 37-37. This is how we started tied, and this is how we are with 4 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the opening half of the championship game in America East. Vashon to Tinklova, she'll go up and in.
Nice cut that time by Tinklova, coming across the weak side. Vashon already with 6 assists. Remember, she leads the conference and is one of the nation's leaders in assists per game.
Is fouled, and it will be Kizzy Lopez who's called for it. In the open, we talked about the supporting cast for Maine. Jamie Cassidy playing well, Sandy Carver playing well, Amy Vashon, and it's Martina Tinklova's hustle, and Kristen McCormick now. And it's the other players who want to send the seniors out on the right note and are maybe giving a little extra effort today to make sure that they're doing everything they can to push Maine over the top.
Last night we saw that the only people who scored for Maine were their 5 starters. That is just not the case today. You're going to see a lot of people with a lot of minutes and a lot of contribution. You can see it already with Tinklova, and you can see it already with Kristen McCormick.
Cassidy has checked back in. She's playing with 2 fouls, so you know she'll be careful on defense. Taylor is still guarding Blodgett. Cassidy's got great position, goes to the hole, too strong though. We're tied at 39. Taylor, Tinklova takes it away from Church, and Tinklova does it again. The aggressive defense by the freshman. Blodgett has it knocked away by Taylor, gets it back now over to Lopez, into Tinklova. She'll spin, in and out, no good, and Maine will keep the ball as Cronin went over Tinklova's back. We've got a timeout on the floor to catch our breath. Take a deep one at home because we're coming back with more, tied at 39.
Turbocharged Saab. Enjoy the sun longer.
Village Car Company, Hogan Road, Bangor.
MBNA New England is looking for highly motivated people with excellent communication skills.
It's just a business about people.
The world's leading issuer of the Gold MasterCard, MBNA America offers career opportunities. Full-time positions are available in Camden and Belfast, Maine. Part-time opportunities are also available in Portland, Brunswick, and Orono, Maine, and Dover, New Hampshire.
It's all about helping people. It's a great company.
To schedule an interview, call 1-888-473-MBNA.
At Computer Renaissance, we buy, sell, and trade used and new computers. Small ones, big ones, old ones, new ones. We fix broken computers and upgrade older ones. And we sell anything your computer needs, like printers and modems, even software. All at incredible prices you can't find anywhere else. Computer Renaissance. It's not just a neat idea. It's a neat store that buys, sells, and trades used and new computer equipment.
Located next to Kmart on Bangor Mall Boulevard.
We are tied at 39 with 3:30 to play in the opening half.
For Maine, right now, Martina Tinklover is the spark plug. You can see great defense that time down on the floor against Church. Doing it on the offensive end, too. Catching the ball, gaining control of it, going up strong with a shot. Tinklover, 6'2", she's going to do a lot of good things for Maine in the future.
She is a freshman from the Czech Republic, and she is making the most of her first American East Championship. Cassidy will post up, go left, and hit. She loves that move. 41-39, Maine by 2.
You get Jamie Cassidy one-on-one down in the post when she's got good post position, it's going to be 2 points.
You will lose. Taylor up fakes on Tinklover, now up top to Church. Back over to Taylor, she'll take the 3. Lori Taylor is 3 of 5 from three-point land. She has 9 points. 42 Vermont, 41 Maine. Blodgett with Taylor on it. She'll go around, now kick out to Vashon. Amy sets it up now over to Kizzy Lopez. Cassidy's got one-on-one again, and she'll go up, but comes up short. And Cronin is there for the rebound. That time, nice defense by the Catamounts. Church. Out top to Cronin to Taylor. Back into Church. She spins on Cassidy, fades, and hits. Carolyn Church gives Vermont a 3-point lead, 44-41.
How about that move? Spinning away from the defense, splitting the double team, coming over and pulling up for a fadeaway jump shot.
Vashon was fouled before she could get it to Kizzy Lopez. Only 2 times in conference history have both teams gone over 40 in the championship game in one half. It's 44-41 Vermont now. One of the other times was last year when Maine and Vermont played. And it's not bad defense, folks. It's great offense from both teams. Vashon thought about the 3, got it to Cassidy. She'll go baseline and go to the line for 2.
See that Maine's game plan is very clear. When you've got Jamie Cassidy open down in the post, get the ball to her. She's been very effective inside, not only drawing fouls, but also going strong to the basket. We haven't seen her shoot any of those fading shots where she's kind of fading across the lane. She's been squaring her shoulders, going to the basket, and drawing contact.
The sophomore gets the free throw to go. She's 4 of 4 from the line. Make it 5 of 5. 44 for Vermont, 43 for Maine. Cassidy checks out. Don't want to take a chance if she picks up that quick 3rd foul before, as the time will run out in the half. So Daines is in. Vermont 44, Maine 43. Taylor on Blodgett, takes it outside now. Kervin over to Taylor. Up top to Zornow. Now Kervin, shot clock's at 6. Somebody's going to have to let it go, and it's going to be Kervin for 3. No good. Blodgett the rebound. Blodgett up ahead to McCormick. She lost the handle. It was knocked away. And it will be Maine's ball on out of bounds. No foul called. McCormick took a shot to the face.
Just a little bit of contact.
No blood, no foul. Blodgett with Taylor right on her. Daines gets pushed from Zornow, gets the ball though, comes up short, and Cronin's there from the rebound. Vermont has a 1-point lead. We're under a minute to play in the opening half. Church gets free now. Zornow back over, and Church got past Tinklover, missed the easy shot, makes the rebound. Again, 2 shots for Church. And we said it before, she will not miss twice.
I'll tell you something, Vermont's guards do an excellent job getting the ball down to Church in a good position. They've got great passing ability, and they're giving Church the ball right where she needs it, and it's leading her right into her shot.
There's an 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so Maine will have to get a shot away. It's down to 7. Vashon slices, dices, but misses. And Teglova will be called for the foul over the back on Carolyn Church. Church has 17 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists in the first half alone. In her 2 games against Maine this year, she had 27 points and 13 rebounds when Maine won, and that game was at Vermont. And she had 31 points and 14 rebounds when Vermont beat Maine back on February 4th. Church, a rare miss from the free throw stripe. She's 6 of 9 from the floor. And she misses both. A break for Maine, but Vermont keeps it alive. Blodgett runs it down. Through the legs, Blodgett will hit. Sydney Blodgett gives Maine a little momentum as the half runs down. The shot is no good by Cronin at the buzzer. Blodgett's basket pulls Maine to within 1. 46 for Vermont, 45 for Maine at the break. Matt Fine has UMaine coach Joanne Palumbo. Matt?
All right, Leah here with Coach. It's like a heavyweight fight out there. Is everything you thought it would be so far?
Oh, it's a great battle. It's a great battle by both teams, and we're excited for the second half.
Now, Church is having a lot of success inside. It looked like towards the end, Teglova was having some success against her. Are we going to have to change some things around in the second half even more?
We're definitely going to look at that a little bit better in terms of our execution. We're trying to give a lot of help, obviously, on Church, create some double-down situations. It's worked a couple times. Martina's done a great job, and we need to do a few other things better, but we'll work on that for the second half.
We're on pace to score about 90 points each. Is it better for Maine to slow it down? Is it more advantageous to see a slower or lower points in terms of the second half?
Well, I don't think so. I think we want to push the tempo and play our style of play. So I think it's advantageous to have an up-and-down game and clamp down in the second half on defense.
All right, good luck in the second half, Coach. Lee Goldberg, 20 minutes to go, and we'll know who's going to the big dance.
Coming up on the O'Connor GMC halftime report, we'll bring you the 1998 America East All-Conference selections, including the player, rookie, and coach of the year honors, and we'll have first half highlights and statistics. That's all coming your way on the O'Connor GMC halftime report.